So, good morning, ma'am. And by the way, I'm Roshan Rubiato, or we must say good afternoon. Sorry. So, my lesson is about the lesson 3 is language teaching strategy for mother tongue. That is the general topic of our lesson. But in this mother tongue is highly the micro skills of communication, viewing, reading, speaking, and writing. But in subtly touching different language domains related to the micro skills, the specific language competencies in the curriculum guide of mother tongue and teaching and learning strategy that use can use in teaching. So itong type na ito, which is ginagamit po siya while nagtuturo yung teacher. Ito yung strategy na kung saan is ginagamit ng teacher na nagtuturo sa isang students or sa mga students niya. And it is divided into 4 sub-lessons where each lesson highlight the micro skills or communication, viewing, reading, speaking, and writing. Ito yun. So now, dito na tayo sa aking topic, which is the lesson 3 is language teaching strategies for mother tongue. Ito ay yung language teaching and learning strategies for listening and viewing. Pag sinabing listening is yung nakikita at yung viewing is nakikinig or pinapakinggan niya yung tinuturo ng teacher, and yung viewing is nakikita niya or na-observe niya at na-absorb din yung tinuturo ng teacher. So we have an objectives. At the end of the lesson, students are expected to acquire strategies for teaching, listening, and viewing, distinguish between bottom-up and top-down models of listening, categorize listening skills and activities involving bottom-up and top-down approaches, design activities for selected listening skills, and design activities that target the development of viewing skills, instructional materials needed, copy of their mother tongue curriculum guide, analyze and air skills. So, activate the majority of text that students nowadays are encountering and creating are multimodal, one where the meaning is communicated by more than one mode. Writing text, audio, still pictures, moving pictures, gestures, use of space, and etc. This has huge implication for our educational system. When we see kasi dito is yung ginagamit na ngayon is mga panibagong teknolohiya or panibagong ginagamit na strategy sa pagtuturo ng teacher upang mas madaling maintindihan ng isang students yung tinuturo nila. Listening and viewing are essential in comprehending and appreciating multimodal text. Viewing is defined by Canadian Common Curriculum Framework as an active process of attending and comprehending visual media, which is yung example dito is yung PowerPoint na kung saan is ginagamit na ngayon ng teacher. So halimbawa is yung listening is yung like sa kinder and grade 1 is pwede nilang magawa sila doon ng mga video na pambata, which is alam ng teacher na nakakatulong din sa development ng isang bata sa pagtuturo ng isang teacher. Yung strategy na ginagamit nila upang ma-enhance yung develop at ma-develop yung learning ng isang bata. Such as television, advertising, image, films, dramas, symbols, photographs, video, dramas, drawing, sculpture, and painting. Viewing helps students develop the knowledge and skills to analyze and evaluate visual and multimodal text. Listening is one of the major skills in language acquisition. So, yung viewing nga, sabi ko, is nakatulong siya sa mga students like yung sa video or sa social media or media, which is yung television, na kung saan is i-adapt na lang ngayon yung galing sa laptop o sa cellphone na para makonect doon sa television upang mas madaling ma-learning like sa mga rhymes ngayon, mga ABCD or mga kinds of animals na video is yun yung via observation ng mga bata is madali silang matuto doon. And then sa listening naman is yung napapakinggan nila, the way yung tinitingnan nilang movie is maa-adapt nila kaagad yung sa kanilang learning. Or we must say is nale-learn nila kaagad at dahil na-absorb nila yung mga observation nila. So, learning to listen to the target language improves language ability. The sounds, rhythms, intonation, and stress of the language can only be perfectly adapted through listening. Sabi ko nga kanina, through listening is sa kanila is naririnig nila yung tunog, yung rhyme ng pagka sounds or pagkakanta or pagkabigkas ng bawat salita na according sa kanilang nakikita. And of course, yung stress ng language nila, like sa karamihan ngayon yung mga bata pa lamang is marunong mag-English with accent pa. According to Reino Caldeve 2014. So, an early view of listening saw it as the mastery of discrete skill or micro skill. Richard, 1983. A skill approach, on the other hand, focused on the development of such things as Ross, 1990. Discriminating sound in words, especially phonemic contrast, deducting of the meaning of unfamiliar words, familiar words rather, predicting content, noting conduction, inadequate information, ambiguities, and differentiating between fact and opinion. So, applied linguistics theorized bottom-up and top-down models of processing to explain the nature of listening. We can see here the importance of prior knowledge in comprehension. Bottom-up processing helps students recognize lexical and pronunciation features to understand the text. Because of their direct focus on language form at the word sentence level, bottom-up exercises are particularly beneficial for lower-level students who need to expand their language repertoire. So, dito sa bottom-up is kakaiba unlike sa top-down. Yung bottom-up kasi is napofocus siya sa mga language, sa mga text, kung base sa kanilang naiintindihan lamang. And of course, at mas nakaka-benefit siya sa mga lower students. Pag sinabing lower students is yung mga lower grade which is kinder, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Mas na-develop yung mga language nila, pananalita nila, pagkikinig nila via observating. Ma-expand yung language repertoire nila. So, sa top-down naman is yung mas dali nila ma-observe yung process nito sa via listening sa nature. Like sa top-down example natin is kung ano yung sinasalita, ano yung nakikinig nila, ano yung naiintindihan nila, is yun na yun. At mas madali nila yung process to explain yung mga kanilang naiintindihan, at base sa kanilang naiintindihan is yun na yun at yun na yung tama. So kailangan pa siya ng importance na i-focus yun to kung ano yung mga base sa nalalaman nila. So maggawa tayo ng halimbawa is may natutunan sila sa kanilang pamamay before pa sila nag-aaral, and then halimbawa itatanong nila ng mga teacher kung ano yung mga nalalaman nila, at mas yung prior knowledge na yun is mas na-enhance and mapupunta into new knowledge. Now is top-down processing relies on prior knowledge and experience to build the meaning of a listening text using information provided by sound and words. to arrive at the meaning of a text, or listeners draw an important knowledge to the context, topic, speaker, situation in the world, matching in the oral input. The table below lists some skills for each approach. So, before we go into the understanding the viewing, so sa top down is, mas naiintindihan natin is yung kung ano yung halimbawa yung pagbasa nila. Yung prior knowledge sa kanilang pagbasa is mas nade-develop into new knowledge dahil sa pagtuturo ng isang teacher is made-develop yung kunting mali or kunting mali is kunting kailangan i-develop sa kanilang pagbabasa at sa kanilang pag-iintindi sa isang salita. Understanding the viewing process is as important as understanding the listening and reading process. Effective and active viewers ask this question. So, what is the text representing? What is the purpose of the text? To whom is the text directed? How is the text constructed? What assumptions, interests, beliefs, bias, and values are portrayed by the text? What is the reaching to the text? What caused this reaction? So this 8th question is mas effective and active siya sa mga viewers, which is yung students, na kung saan is i-question mo sa kanila at mas madali nila ma-absorb o ma-adapt at mas madali nila maintindihan and ma-act nila in real life yung masasagot nila, because we know that opinion is there's nothing wrong with that. They also engage in the following procedure: previewing, during viewing, after viewing, or responding. So when we say, wait, I wanna look this one. Okay. When we say here, we have an example. This is kind of activity also. The assumptions, your comments, insight, other language teacher feedback. So, this is the assumption is, number 1, magbigay tayo ng isang example. Listening materials should be based on a wide range of authentic texts, including both monologues and dialogues. So, your comment or we must say insight, kung ano yung masasabi mo in just on your own opinion. Sabi ko nga kanina is yung opinion is just your opinion, there's nothing wrong with that. And of course, yung other languages, teachers, feedback. Dito yung feedback ng teacher kung saan is kung ano yung sagot mo dito sa insight mo. Okay? Bali, 6 ito. So now, and also we have the activity about the abstract. So, sa abstract is examining teaching strategies for listening. So, strategy ng listening. Here are more research-based strategies for teaching listening, and tries read credible print and non-print sources and examine the usefulness and effectiveness of the strategies. Complete the table with your answer. So, here is the teaching strategy, guidelines, usefulness, and effectiveness. So, halimbawa, yung teaching strategy is ginagamit niya is listen and draw. Lalo na kapag nagtuturo yung teacher ng elementary, like kinder, daycare, grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3 is mas na-adapt ng isang students ang pagtuturo nila through listen and drawing. Dahil mas the way nila nakikita yung tinuturo ng teacher and the way nila nakikinig sila at napapakinggan nila ang paliwanag ng teacher is madali silang makaka-adapt. Sa guidelines naman is to make listening more intention and test students' partial skills. Have students follow and illustrate your instruction. Let them compare drawing with peer afterward. So, dito sa usefulness, effectiveness is dito yung parang opinion pa rin nila or yung sagot nila na kung saan is if ever na sasagot sa kanila ng teacher ito. Examining viewing frameworks, the table below lists 3 frameworks for teaching viewing skills. They all require students to interact with the viewed materials, choose one multimodal text or one visual to view and interpret, and also analyze it using one of the strategy below with your interpretation in the box after the table. So this is another example, as you can see. Another one, mataas po yun. It is time for you to apply that what have you learned about teaching, listening, and viewing the mother tongue. Your final task is to create an instructional activity that specifically target one or more listening or viewing competencies from the mother tongue curriculum guide. Complete the template of the succeeding speech. So another is when we say at the bottom of template you find process question. Once you are done describing your activity, exchange your work with a statement and evaluate your statement work using the process question. So, halimbawa is nag-ask or nagbibigay ng question ng teacher mo, just like AC, and also by evaluation, if para sa personal na life, kung ano siya at kung ano yung nakikita na isang seatmate, is yung seatmate yung mag-observe kung ano yung sinulat niya is yun nga ba yung napapansin mo at yun nga ba yung nakikita mo, and siya yung evaluate sa kung ano yung sinagot mo doon at siya yung bahala kung ano yung i-grade niya sa'yo. So here is the example of the activity that there has a criteria. So another is the clarity of learning objectives, alignment of the activity with the learning objectives, student engagement, time benefit. So meron siyang total din. So another is lesson, I think this is lesson 3 talaga na kung saan is final ko. Pero kasi tatlo yung but this is involved also the lesson 3. So choosing on grade and culturally relevant instruction materials. We have objectives again at the end of the lesson. Students are expected to identify the different sources of instructions, evaluate instruction materials for mother tongue, instruction learning goals, and grade level appropriateness, and also choose on grade and culturally relevant materials in teaching mother tongue as a learning area, instructional materials needed sample. So, as you can see kanina is another din is yung sa pinakalas na objectives is kailangan din ng mga materials. Kasi, dahil kailangan po yun siya kapag nagtuturo ka. So, now, where do you get the instruction materials in teaching mother tongue? Definitely, you have idea where these materials can come from. What the challenge to you in this activity is to list down as many sources of instruction materials in mother tongue as you can. You have 1 minute to complete a possible example being provided. Compare your list and segment any similarities, differences. Do you agree or disagree with your statement? Last, prepare to share your answer the class. So, ito yun po yung nagbibigay ng isang activity yung teacher. And yung students is pupunta po siya sa harap at doon nyo po i-recite yung na-observe niya. Okay? Kung ano yung sagot niya sa similarities and differences. So, we have another sa analyze below. So, napapakita po siya ng examples about instruction materials that may be used in teaching mother tongue and prepare to discuss materials. Questions that follow, prepare to share your answer to the class. So, the way tayo and teaching in mother tongue. So, as a teacher, dapat mag-prepare tayo kahit gabi pa lang, kahit na antok na is mag-prefer tayo para sa ating lesson sa pagtuturo sa ating mga students. So, apply lesson 4. For your final task, the class must create a mini database of instructional reading materials in teaching mother tongue. Find at least 2 reading materials in your mother tongue, then analyze the materials by implementing matrix below. Another example. So, synthesis how important our own grade and culturally relevant materials in the teaching of mother tongue lesson, language. Recall a past learning experience where you encountered an instructional materials that you feel was too easy or too difficult for you. How did it affect your learning experience? So, we have also lesson 4, developing on grade and cultural relevance instruction materials. Objectives are called the short story, poem, or piece literature. Analyze a space of literature within mother tongue. Instruction materials need also. So, activity as a teacher of mother tongue, you can develop your own literature in various strategy na kung saan is ginagamit ng mga teacher sa pagtuturo upang maka-learn yung students niya. Upang ma-develop din yung, hindi lang yun kasi yung ma-develop yung learning ng isang students, kundi ma-develop po yung learning mo as a teacher sa pagtuturo. Then sa lesson 1, speaker can create their own story and they can put their tradition oral literature within form. They can translate material from one language to another. They can adapt material from outside their community so that it is relevant and interesting to local reader. And learners can make their own story as they gain fluency in reading and writing by Malone 2003. And okay, so for starters, think of the short story, poem, or any literature that you can remember that your parents, grandparents have told you. It can also be a story of song that you have heard while you were growing up. Share it to the class using the language of the mother tongue. So, isa ditong activity na kung saan is makaka-relate ng mga students, mas madali silang makasagot kasi nga real life. Ito yung pagkagawan sila ng mga poems, story, or we may say kanta, at ipapasa doon sa teacher nila, at syempre gradean, lagyan ng grades, at mas makaka-relate sila at mas madali sila makasagot dahil doon sa real life na sagot nila, para sa sagot nila. So, another is analyze mother tongue instruction, especially in the Philippines. It's relatively young. One of the major challenges in the implementation MTBMLE is the country is the scarcity of on-grade and culturally relevant instructional materials using the language of the mother tongue. Hence, being a teacher of the mother tongue as a learning area, you also expect to develop your own instructional materials using the mother tongue of your class by creating your own IM or instructional materials and translating and adapting written materials into the language of the mother tongue. So, another one, when we say as a teacher ka, dapat enhance mo yung or i-develop mo yung how to speak in Tagalog, yung mas makakaintindi sila. Dapat yung kung saan ka na-assign is dapat alam mo, i-train mo yung sarili mo to train their language, to communicate them using their language, just like Manobo, Muslim, pero mas generally talaga is makakaintindi sila using in Tagalog. And also, lahat yun, lalo na kapag nagtuturo ka, is yung materials na kakailanganin mo, yung gagamitin mo para sa pag-lesson mo is dapat prepared din at nakahanda. Our focus of this module is for you to develop instructional materials for new reader of mother tongue. But how do you develop this material? You will begin by analyzing a sample material. This is the 3 question. Who will read the story? What topic do you think would interest them? Why do you think this story was written? What was the goal of the written for the reader? Who and what is the story about? Where and when did the story take place? So, ito yung question na kung saan is gagawa ka ng story is apaka-mahalaga. Apaka-importante, lalo na sa isang students natin, lalo na sa pag-check ng teacher, is mahalaga yun siya. It's all about the literature, it's all about the poems, it's all about the story of that you pass. In creating your own story that you will use in teaching mother tongue as a language, it is vital that you first identify clearly your audience. Of course, alamin mo yung audience mo, i-identify mo yun, kung sino ba yun. And also, halimbawa paano na lang kapag students mo is elementary, like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, is kailangan is pambata yung story mo na ibibigay sa kanila, hindi ba? Yung mas naiintindihan nila yung lesson or topic or story mo na kung saan is ikukwento mo sa kanila. Parang gawin mo siyang real life na mas ma-interesting yung story mo, na kung saan is makikinig yung mga students mo, mas marirelate yung students mo sa story mo. Basta mga halos kasi mga bata is mahilig sila sa mga ganon. And also, purpose of just the story and overall plot of your story. So, Manol 2013 provides you with the basic guidelines that you need to remember when writing your own story. Make sure to keep your story short and easy to read. Use natural, familiar language of readers when composing your story. And write about people, place, activity, experience, and your family. And dapat siya complete, right? So, according dito is, dapat maliit lang, hindi siya malataasan, and mas madali siyang basahin. Hindi siya mahirap bigkasin, kung gano'n. And gamit siya ng natural lang, or yung familiar, not unflowering words, or not flowering language, dahil upang mas naintindihan siya sa mga readers and also sa listening. Dahil mas madali silang makakapaliwanag at makaka-explain doon, at mas madaling makikinig talaga, at mas interesting yung story na binibigay mo sa kanila or pinapakinig mo sa kanila. And also, write about the people, place, activity, and experiences. Kung saan, sino yung bida, sino yung mga tao, saan yung lugar ng story mo, upang mas enhance, mas absorbable ang pinapabasa mo or binabasa mo para sa mga students mo, di ba? Create story that can be pictured or illustrated to help the new readers understand the better text. Lalo sa mga libro, sa mga dati, naalala ko po dati is yung meron siyang story and meron din siyang picture, para mas habang nagabasa ka is mas naiintindihan mo yung ginagawa ng character doon, dahil meron siyang picture na kung saan is kung ano yung ginagawa niya. Diba? Nakakatulong siya sa pag-develop ng observation ng isang students. Write for a specific person who you think represent the people who will read your story. Of course, kapag mapapabasa ka is yung pipiliin mo yung maganda magbasa, mas magaling siya, bihasa siya sa pagbasa, upang yung mga students, and also mas malakas yung boses, upang yung mga students na nakikinig na kapwa niya students is mas makakaintindi at mas nakakarinig and mas nai-interest sila sa iyong binabasa. Sa abstract naman, dito naman sa abstract, apply the next set of activity in this lesson were modified from CILS or Sales Trainer's Guide Literature Development Workshop, Malone 2013. So, the tasks will require you to develop your own level, one story, edit, translate, and into another mother tongue language. Then, illustrate your own story, write your own level 1 story with a partner. Think of a story that you would want to write about. It should be an original story or story that has been orally told in your community. So now, before you start brainstorming on your story, please note of the characteristic of a level 1 story, story for children who are learning to read in their lesson 1 or level 1 or in a new language. These characteristics were enumerated in the previous activity. Discuss with your partner the story that you want to write and complete the story we wrote. This is what I said, the story below. So, bali, meron na siya mga questions. And doon sa mga parang note is ilalagay mo doon yung mga sagot. Ito yung kadalasan na binibigay ng mga elementary teachers for students na kahit sa high schools ka is nagbibigay sila ng mga activity na ganito. Now that you are done with your story or your next, again, I repeat, now that you are done with your story, your next task is to transform your story into the level 1 story. It is suggested that a level 1 story should not be longer than 8 sentences and must be pictorial. Rewrite your own into 8 sentences. Make sure that the sentence can be illustrated. Write your sentences on the blank below and after each sentence. Provide keywords that would show you intent to illustrate that sentence. So, dito to sa sentence 1 to 8 is meron siyang 1 to 8 rather is a sentence, and also the illustration is also 1 to 8. So, bale, sentence 1, illustration 1, sentence 2, illustration 2, to 8 po siya na number. So, editing your own or other groups level 1 story, congratulations, you just completed your first level 1 story. So, bale sa sentence and illustration na yon is kailangan mong ma-minimize at kailangan mo mailagay doon yung story mo hanggang level na sentence 8 and illustration 8. And then, kapag nagawa mo yun, masasabing, editing your own or other groups level 1 story, congratulations. You just completed your first level story 1 or level 1 story. But you are not done yet. We have to make sure that your story content is sound, interesting, gaya na sabi ko kanina, and naka-organize yung language or naka-construct ng tama yung language mo, correct and understandable to new readers, which is, sabi ko, hindi ka gagamit ng flowering words. Dapat mas nakakaintindi and basic yung ginamit mo ng mga letter or meaning doon. And of course, your mechanics, reading, spelling, and punctuation is flawless. Yung spelling is tama, yung dapat yun, punctuation din is nakalagay sa kung saan is dapat siya ilagay, diba? So, another is, meron siya mga criteria. Bali, dito sa content is parang mga question siya at isasagot mo lang is yes or no. Now, sa C naman is translating by level 1 story. Another important task that you will be required to do as a teacher of mother tongue is to translate story into your class mother tongue. As an exercise, translate your own story into the another language. which is yung mother tongue mo is, halimbawa is Bisaya yung mother tongue mo, is kailangan mo siya i-translate in Tagalog upang mas maintindihan siya ng ibang students or yung mga teacher. Because we know in Filipino, we were using Filipino or in generally speaking na wika. Also, in translating, you always need to remember that a good translation is all about translating meaning, not words. Okay? Not by words ka magta-translate. Dapat yung meaning is complete at tama. Kasi minsan, kahit igagamit tayo ng Google Translate, is hindi pa rin siya matatama yung by meaning. Kasi yung naka-focus kasi yung translating into words by words. The translation must be one clear that allows reader to understand the translation. Number 2 is accurate, in which the translation communicates the same idea of the original author. 3 is natural, because it is written using a language that is familiar to the intended readers. By Malone, 2013. Now, ask yourself. So for me, I can ask myself, if the meaning in the translated text is the same as in the original text, are all the subpoints from the original text included? Is the language clear and natural? Is the language clear and natural, putting the story into a book form of the last task for this lesson? You will now have to put your story into a book form. You need to have A4 sheet of paper. That is enough for you 8 or 6 to 8 pages or page story. Fold your A4 sheet into halvest, one inside the other, and to make pages on a book. Each sentence in the story will take 1 page of the storybook to be accompanied by an illustration that was identified early by Malone 2013. Provide sample guidelines on how you should create your illustrations. Illustrations should show only what is happening in the text. Illustrations should be about people, place, and objects that are familiar by the reader or to the reader. People and objects should usually be complete figure. For an example, if the picture is of a person, it should include all parts of the body, head, body, arms, and hands, legs, and feet. And illustration should fill most of the space that is provided. The lines should be simple, no unnecessary shading or details. When you are done with the inside pages, create your own title page with illustration also. So, we have also the criteria. By gawa natin ng mga activities, meron talaga mga criteria na ibinibigay yung teacher kasi doon ka magbe-base. Bago magawa ng activity or magbibigay yung teacher ng activity generally, is nagbibigay po muna sila ng rubrics, is nagbibigay sila ng mga strategy kung anong gagawin, and nagbibigay din po sila ng technique, or we must say, sabi ko nga strategy, mga guidelines, dapat gawin, examples, halos lahat po ng mga strategy na ginagawa ng mga teacher, mga instructions, upang mas ma-understand at mas ma-absorb ng mga students at mas magawa nila ng mabuti ang kanilang mga activity or mga gawain. So, that's for all, and thank you. By the way, I am Roshan El Rubiato and BA Ed 1 representing my report, Lesson 3 and Lesson 4. That's all. Thank you.